A virtual machine is gonna have the same hardware components as a physical machine, right? As you already know, a computer has CPU, chipset, DVD, floppy, hard drive, IDE, keyboard, memory, network, parallel, PCI controllers, PCI device, pointing, serial, SATA, SCSI controller, SIO controller, USB controller, USB device, and VMCI, right? So all these components are part of a virtual machine. So there is no difference between hardware, physical, and virtual in this case, right? So you may have like in a VM, you may have like two CPUs for a virtual machine. Um, you may have 3 gigabytes of RAM. You may have like 150 gigabytes of hard drive, and you may have like one or two NIC card or virtual NIC card in a virtual machine. So as you can see, all these components are exactly the same as the components that you can have in a physical computer. So it's not like I'm repeating myself. It's like I just want you to be clear about it. Okay, guys. In the previous tutorial, I went through the explanation about hypervisor type number one and type number two. In the following image, I'm gonna show you where those VNs are created. What components do you need for type number one and type number two to create a VM? When you create VMs in type number one and type number two, they are gonna be pretty much the same, but not exactly, because remember, type number one goes straight into the computer hardware. Type number two gotta go into the operating system, which is Windows, and then you install the hypervisor application. So the set of files may change a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. All right. So as you can see, we have type number one hypervisor. So where the virtual machine is gonna be created and what components do you need? First of all, let me explain the components. At the top, we have computer hardware. That can be any device, can be a server, workstation. If you are working in a lab, you can even use a laptop computer. So then in that hardware or in that computer hardware, you are gonna run the operating system, which is the VMware, vSphere, ESXi, you know, hypervisor. So after you got that all set up, you need to get into the user interface of this ESXi and create a virtual machine. So the VM is gonna be created from that host or ESXi host, but only the configuration files, right? Because the virtual machine, the real hard drive and the all the files are gonna be created either in a local or an external storage, right? So um, this is a little bit advanced, but I'm gonna explain to you a little bit about it, like vMotion. vMotion is when a VM move from one host to another, and when that happens, you only keep the configuration files in the hypervisor, because the configuration, let's put it in this way, the configuration is gonna be the brain, and the body is gonna be the rest, like hard drive and the rest of the VM. So the body is gonna be in a local or external storage, and the brain is gonna be in the ESXi. Okay, so after you create that VM, all you gotta do is to install the operating system. Remember, a virtual machine is just like a regular computer. So, but you need the operating system, the guest OS, which is gonna be Windows or Linux, right? So after you got all done, all you gotta do is to install the applications, right? The applications you install it in the operating system for the master image or for whatever the purpose you are working on, and then the data is gonna be the files, the documents, pictures, or whatever you put into that virtual machine. All right.